Hey beautiful, my name is Rachael Alexander and I am an artist and Mosaic Soul mentor. And today in this video I want to share with you my own journey, my own process that I'm actually still currently on. An encouragement for those of you who feel like you're too old to do what you love to do in life. And so many of us are beaten down, trodden, and just burnt out and tired of living lives that aren't fulfilling. And as we get older, we become more wiser, or at least we become more aware that the time on our planet, the time on this planet that we have is so much more limited because we have a finite amount of time. But as we get older, we feel this burning desire to bring to life our heart's desires, right? But then we also feel this guilt and shame that we didn't do it when we were younger, that we weren't smart enough to pursue our dreams, or that we let other people deter us from pursuing our passions, or that we let ourselves deter ourselves from doing what we love because we were too scared, or we wanted to go the more safe route, or we wanted to do what was right by society or by others. And although in my book, there's no wrong or right path, I want to speak on the idea of being too old to do something. Especially as an artist, this is something that I personally have been struggling with, or had struggled with for the past, I don't know how many ever years I've been on the planet, being too old to do something. And now that I know better, and I know I'm so much wiser and smarter, I feel like it's such an absurdity to feel, or to even idealize, or have this idea in your mind that you are too old to do something. We are divine, infinite beings having this very temporary human experience. And in this human society that we've made up, especially the westernized society that values, youth, that values beauty and certain Eurocentric standards of beauty, and the white male gaze of beauty, and the idea that you have no value once you hit or reach a certain age, or that at certain ages you're supposed to act your age, or this age means that this is what's supposed to be going on in your life. All the societal constructs that we've signed up for or entered in, to me, have no place in the reality of many of our experiences. And it's time for us to wake up, and I am waking up in my own journey. It's so funny to me how we have this perception that if you are 40 or if you are 50, how dare you want to pursue something that a 20-year-old should be wanting to pursue. It's quite absurd to me that we think only the youth have dreams, or that the youth, it's only for the youth to pursue their passions, and that if you're older then you should just grow up and get over it and die unhappily, And because, the number one thing that people experience on their deathbed is regret of not living their life to the fullest, what sense does it make to give over to these outdated models of reality, right? Because so many people are so lacking in the depth and bandwidth and wisdom to know that as you age, not only do you have more wisdom, not only do you have more life experience, but your experiences as an older person is going to bring about your art, your expression, whatever your passion is, in a different, completely more beautiful way than any other soul on this planet, right? Regardless of age, gender, or body type, or any of that thing. One of the things that I'm learning to embrace is having gray hairs at this age, you know what I mean? And in our society that likes to discard women once they have gray hairs. I remember getting my first gray hair when I was like 25 years old, and being like, what the heck is going on? Why do I have gray hairs? Well, we're not going to talk about that, because on a health level, a lot of the things that they're doing to the food is causing us to age a lot quicker. But because we are so disconnected from the truth of who we are, which is that we are soul beings having this human experience, we are disconnected from the fact that age is wisdom, age is experience, age is truth and knowledge, and beauty and majesty personified. You are beauty and majesty personified at whatever age. If you're 80, 100, if you're 35, if you're 37, if you're 45, if you're 67 and you want to pursue being a musician, right? If you're 77 and you want to get back into dance, why not? Who the freak cares if you are 78 years old and you want to pursue dance? Why not? You know, who says that you can't? And I think because we live in this society that tells us that once you've hit 60, you're supposed to be retired and old and decrepit, and that your body should be breaking down, and that all these other things should be happening as you get older. And I'm not denying that our bodies don't go through changes. They go through changes, and they go through hormonal changes and things of that nature. But this whole perception of decrepit and old and useless is totally this old programming that just doesn't serve us. We can live up to well into our hundreds if we take care of ourselves. We can live happy, vibrant, healthy lives well into our hundreds. And there's so many beautiful souls out there proving that, right? I love watching videos and films and movies and things with old people in it, older people who are living their best lives, right? People who are in their 60s and 70s and 80s, who are, you know, getting back into fashion, or who are pursuing their passion in music, or people who are writing stories and shooting films here on YouTube, right? It's so beautiful to see people stepping into that aspect of their divinity and expressing their wisdom and their beauty and personifying what wisdom and beauty can look like at any age, you know? So this is a message not only encouraging myself, but also encouraging you to see that you are gorgeous, and the perfect time to pursue what you want to do is now. You're never too old. This whole late bloomer, or this whole adage of, you know, you're too old to do something. So what if you want to go back to school at 45 and become a doctor and change your career? So what if you want to pursue being a photographer at the age of 50? So what if you want to pursue being a singer at the age of 71? It doesn't matter, right? So what if you want to pursue getting into acting at the age of 67? It doesn't matter. These perceptions and these blocks and barricades that we create, not only in our own minds, but in society, they are just that. Blocks and perceptions and blocks can be changed and removed, right? There is no block or perception outside of the ones in your own mind, and screw anybody else who has say in otherwise, right? They're not living your life experiences. They're not going to be with you on your deathbed when you're sitting there reviewing your life. What do you want your life to look like, right? And this is something I ask myself a lot as someone who's experienced a lot of death and transition in my life from a lot of loved ones who've passed away and transitioned to the other side. I don't want to be that person on my deathbed having regrets because I lived up to someone else's standard, or was too scared to pursue something because I thought it was too old to do something. It doesn't matter if you want to become a rapper at the age of 71 or 78, you know, do it. Who cares? Just do you, and do you boldly. So this is just a reminder to you that let go of this idea that you're too old, because whatever age that you were supposed to ripen, whatever age you were supposed to bloom and blossom into your passion, blossom into doing what you love, is the perfect time to do it. You know, I have one of my good friends, she's hitting her 60s, and she got into becoming an artist, a visual artist, and got into woodworking, right? And in her late 50s, right? That's so gorgeous and beautiful to me, right? And for me, and you know, the age that I am, wanting to pursue being a musician and wanting to pursue being a visual artist, it's funny how we give leeway to certain things. Like, it's okay to pursue being a visual artist if you're above the age of 40, but it's not okay for you to pursue being a musician. Musicians are only for the young folks. It's like, how much more wise and more enlightened would our culture be if we had more older people in the music industry, right? If we had more people telling their stories and sharing their wisdom and sharing their healing messages. We need more wisdom in our society. Our society is so infantile, right? Because we are still idealizing things that don't matter, that is like built on a foundation full of sand. Quicksand, you know? We don't have strong foundations, and so what we need in our society is to reinfuse our society with wisdom. And a lot of times wisdom comes with age. And so I just want to encourage you to do what you love to do. It doesn't matter. Your age doesn't matter. Your age does not matter. You are at the perfect age. your age, whatever age you are right now, is the perfect time for you to prove everybody else wrong. I have an uncle who's in his 80s, and I love hearing his stories and just being around him, you know, when he's sharing some of the triumphs that he's had in his life, you know, and how he's still pursuing and going hard and wanting to live his best life even in his 80s, you know. And it's such an inspiration to me because you're not dead, you're not worthless just because you get older. This young infantile society that we live in is just stupid and not really have the bandwidth or the depth or the knowledge and the wisdom to know that with age comes more wisdom, with age comes more self-actualization, with age comes more beauty and majesty in a completely different way than the age and than the beauty of youth, you know? And so this message is just to encourage myself, but also you, that you are the perfect age. Love yourself where you are. Start where you are. It doesn't matter. Your age doesn't matter. You are beautiful right where you are. Love your journey. Embrace every aspect of your journey, no matter what age you are. And I hope to see you shining your light more into the world. Peace, love, and light. If you resonate with this video and my work, then consider becoming a patron at mosaicsoulsworld.com. Thanks to my current patrons, and I hope to see you guys on the inside. Catch you next week. Peace, love, and light.